Shivani, and this is 369 Dream Interpretations, where if you send me your dreams, I will interpret them the way that this nice little old lady from Russia taught me how to do it when I was young, and I've been doing it ever since. And it seems like it makes sense to me, and it seems like if you put any symbol with something and believe it, it'll work, but also certain symbols do trigger our subconscious. So anyway, I got an email. I'm so grateful. You can email your dreams or you can leave them in the comments. This is from Samisty. Thank you so much for sending me this dream. Standing high on a lookout over the ocean, my boyfriend was waiting for me in the car. I walked towards the edge and looked down towards the water. It was a beautiful turquoise color, clean with calm waves. There was a bright reflection on the water that turned into an orb that rose out of the water and slowly came towards me. It grew bigger and brighter until it softly touched the top of my head. That's a cool dream. They had an orb touch the top of their head that came out of the ocean. That's awesome. Tell me more. I distinctly remember feeling the light through my whole body, and it felt like a rush of love and happiness. I cried happy tears and thanked God, the universe, spirit, guides, and angels. I turned around and my boyfriend was smiling with his arms open, and we hugged. I mean, it sounds like such a great, awesome, overall, it sounds like the best, you're having your best mindset. You're having the best time with your boyfriend. Sounds like you're having really enlightened times. If you're standing on a lookout, it means your view of a situation. So if you have a great view, it means you have a great view of a situation in your life that you're looking at, or a great view of a situation in your life. And if you're looking over the ocean, that can mean a really relaxing, as long as the ocean's calm, like you're saying, and beautiful, that could be really relaxing. And like, of course, relaxing emotions, like between you and your boyfriend and you and yourself, because your boyfriend is parts of yourself that you see of yourself, like that you might love about him, like protection and stuff like that. So, let me start from the beginning. Looking on the lookout, noticing a really beautiful lookout, noticing beautiful things in life. Over the ocean, that's really peaceful emotions, no problems in life, just everything's great, just peaceful. I love this. My boyfriend, those are parts of yourself and him and life in general that are supportive personality traits. Waiting for you in the car. Well, that's life. So that's good that your boyfriend's waiting for you in the car. That means that your boyfriend's going to be in your life. I mean, your boyfriend's in your life, And it's all peaceful emotions. I walked towards the edge and looked down. Now that, I would say, like an edge like that would be like you're assessing for risks. Like, is there any risk in this beautifully peaceful seeming, supportive, emotional relationship with yourself and the universe, the Yoniverse? It was the water, it was a beautiful turquoise color, clear with calm waves. So, of course, that's beautiful, clear, calm, peaceful emotions. So you assess the risk, and it seems that it's going to be awesome and peaceful with your relationship and with your whole life in general too. It's all a reflection of you. This is the orb part. This is the cool part. There was a bright reflection on the water that turned into an orb. Okay, so a reflection is like your self-perception, like a perception of self-perception. So a bright light, like on the ocean, you saw a reflection of your own perception. So maybe you're going to have an epiphany about how great things are. I hope so. that turned into an orb. So that's powerful spiritual energy. So it sounds like you're going to have a great mindset. You're going to have a perception of self perception, and then you're going to have a reflection, a realization on that happy emotions water that's so beautiful. Okay, on the orb. Okay, so the orb is like powerful spiritual energy, right? That's what I would think. I mean, I could be anyone can do this any way they want, but I've been doing this pretty much my whole life, every day that I could. So I try to do it. So I want to do it for you guys. It's fun. Okay, the orb turned to an orb that rose out of the water and slowly came towards me. Okay, so something that's rising symbolizes a rising of your confidence, which makes kind of sense, because if you just had this big spiritual epiphany of the reflection of yourself and your own emotions being so peaceful and awesome like that, then rising, the very spiritual thing, the orb, the energy rising, that means it's your spiritual essence and confidence is rising out of the emotions of the water. So that's good. Great. Yay, I love this. This is so good. Thank you for sending this. And slowly came towards me. It grew bigger and bigger, which I always think would be like clarity and illumination. So you'll get even more clarity and illumination for this spiritual evolvement that's happening, this upliftment for you. Until it slowly touched the top of my head. Now, touching means things getting personal, so that'll be a really good thing to really get to know yourself and your spiritual higher self that good. And your head's like your intellect and your attitude and your personality too, and your perspective. And she says, "Thank you, Sam Misty. I distinctly remember feeling the light." So, like, light forebodes favorable circumstances. I distinctly remember feeling the light through my whole body, and it felt like a rush of love, so that's feeling really great. And happiness. So if you actually feel happiness in a dream, that means something's really gonna go good in your life, in my opinion, in my experience, and other people's experience that I've seen. If you are really happy in the dream, something really good, in my opinion, is gonna happen to you. So I'm really glad to hear this. I cried happy tears. Same thing. I mean, if you're crying happy tears in a dream, I don't even know if I've ever done that. I know I have had some really spiritual temple dreams, so I might have done that at a temple. But other than that, that's amazing that you had that. That's amazing. I am so happy to hear that someone can actually have a dream like this. And thanked God, universe, spirit guides, and angels. Well, I think that it's really great to think of God in your dreams. I think it's one of the very best things to dream about in a dream is God and everything that goes with that, whatever your religion might be. They're saying God, universe, spirit, guides, and angels. So that is just to think of them in your dreams. So she got really high spiritually, and then she's thinking of God and this spirit guides in the dream. So that's the highest you can get in a dream, besides being completely lucid. I mean, this is very high dream, very, very good and spiritual. I turned around and my boyfriend was smiling with his arms. Okay, so the boyfriend's, supportive and helpful, parts of your life and parts of him and parts of yourself. So this spiritual epiphany is being really supportive and helpful, of course. Smiling. So being pleased, smiling, being pleased, approval, acceptance. So this is all parts of yourself. This is all the inner supportive parts of yourself that are really happy with you right now for being this in touch with yourself and having this big spiritual awakening right now that you're having. I'm so happy. You're gonna have a really great time when this. I'd like to really find out if these dreams come true, like when they come true for people. And in fact, I've had dreams that, you know, they would come true the next day or the next few days. And I've had dreams that I had like 20 years ago. And I'd be like, I had a dream about this. And this is weird. Okay, so I turned around and my boyfriend, oh yeah, we already did this, the supportive and helpful part of yourself, was smiling with his arms open. So smiling is being pleased. Arms open, so that your arms are what's resourcefulness and what's what you're capable of accomplishing, what's available, what's in reach, your talents, your function. So this is all a reflection of you and him and the universe and everything. So you're getting very supported, very high in love, very much a big spiritual awakening, it sounds like to me. And we hugged. And so you're embracing a situation or a person in your life as well. May it be your higher self, possibly, or your boyfriend takes you there in real life. It sounds like your boyfriend and you are gonna have a deeper connection, in my opinion. Or it could be your inner self too, and both. It'll be all, because things come in 3, 6, and 9. So it'll be with yourself, with your boyfriend, and with the universe, and then you can expand it out with like money, you know, whatever you want, and just keep adding 3, 6, 9. That's what I would do. Try to just find as many you can find, and they'll come true, hopefully. Okay, well, that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed my dream interpretation from Sam Misty. I'm so grateful, and please send me in your dreams, email me, or in the comments so I can have some content. Okay, thanks, you guys.